5, got the 1942 pouring in my cup. In the session real loud, good gas, yeah, you know we about to roll it up. Bring the bottles to the session, big tab, go ahead and just live it up. Get lit one night, after that we can go ahead.
What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Icon, and we're here on 95 South Podcast, episode 9. You know what I'm saying? D-Boss Network in the building. You know what I'm saying? Independent chicks in the building. You know what I'm saying? So we we here this morning, getting it in. First and foremost, I want to thank God for this opportunity to be able to come on here and grace y'all presence. And because he didn't have to put us in this position, he did. And I'm just always grateful to be coming home with my brother. So I want to introduce my brother. This is my brother Jacob, the great Mr. Personality himself. What's going on, my boy?
Yeah, man, cool. Good morning, everybody. Jacob the Great, aka King Jacob, and shout out to She Real Radio as well. And we here to work. We got a slew of topics for you. We got some very unique topics for you. We gonna go through these topics, and we just gonna talk about it because it's happening right before our eyes. Every single day. So we're in the building, man. Welcome to the 95 South Podcast, and this is your live session with the Wake Up Monday morning. With the Wake Up Saturday morning show.
Yeah. So the first topic we got this morning is why do men cheat in small towns? So basically, I come from a small town. Jacob comes from a small town. And so we know this all too well. We see it every day. We've heard stories, or whatever the case may be. I just remember one particular story back in high school when my brother he was still in high school. I had just graduated like the year before that, or whatever. And I just remember, I would go over to the high school every day because my best friend would pay me to go pick his girlfriend up from school. While he went to work and take her home or whatever. So I remember one day some of my brother's friends ran up on me and was like, man, bro, you need to holler at your brother, check on your brother. I'm like, what happened? He was like, well, he was dating one girl that went to the school. He was dating another girl that had went to I think she was in college or whatever, but she still stayed in the area. That he was dating some other girl, I guess, stayed in the city. And I was like, what? And he was like, and I guess somehow or another he got caught up. All three of them found out. One of them came up to the school, ran up on him. Now, I hear him tell the story. He going to tell you that it kind of didn't happen like that. It did, but it didn't. And he kind of was like, he was able to recover from it. But I'm like, looking at him like, well, whatever, bro. That ain't what I heard. So, but anyway, so it ended up boiling down to, I think one of the three he did end up still was able to talk to the one out of the three. But I told him, first thing I told him, I said, bro, man, I one thing number one rule if you're gonna be like that, if you're gonna be a player, you don't never talk to the same the different girl, two different girls in the same city when you're in a small town. So I'm coming from a town called Southern Pines, North Carolina. At the time it was probably a population of 6,000-7,000 people. Which is not super small, but it's small. You know what I'm saying? It's small enough for everybody to know each other. So if I was going to talk to somebody else, I'm going to talk to somebody when probably 2 counties over. So we talking about maybe if you 2 counties over, we probably talking about, in most cases, at least you an hour, 45 minutes to an hour away, or either way. Or even if you could even be, you only got to be that far off. It could just be because I'm going to talk to somebody in another county because, especially with our counties, the 2 counties didn't really rock with each other, especially the street dudes didn't really rock with each other. So if you talk to somebody in another county, you probably pretty much safe. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody really, you didn't really have that many interactions with the 2 counties. Everybody, the one people don't realize is the small towns, most people deal with their community. They deal with what's in their environment. They don't deal with people off in other counties and other cities or whatever unless it's intentional. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they got going on, or they got family members or something like that. But more 9 times out of 10, you don't really interact with people outside your immediate circle, community, whatever the case may be. Even in sometime your own town, you might not even deal with nobody outside of your neighborhood, other than at school. You know what I'm saying? You have to, but other than that, once you go home, that's it. You know what I'm saying? In certain cases, but yeah. So that was just that. That's just but getting by why men cheat in small towns because it's easier access. It's just like a job. You know what I'm saying? Like if I work at the same job every day, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a big possibility. I'm gonna start messing with somebody on that job. I don't care if I'm a lawyer. I don't care if I'm a doctor. Man, you know what I'm saying? I've heard stories about people that's doctors who basically they mess with all the nurses and stuff in this side of there because it's easier to do it that way. Just like, and I'm gonna give it over to my brother right quick, but it's just like with Emmy Adoka. Emmy Adoka, when I first heard about it, it didn't surprise me not one bit because he going to work every day. He probably seeing this young lady every single day, and they might work. I don't know how closely they work together, but every day if I'm walking past you and I'm speaking, and we might even having a conversation here or there about our life and our kids and family and stuff like that. You just never know like how that turns into more of an intimate situation or whatever. And somebody like her, we don't know how intentional she was as far as like flirting with him and talking with him and things of that nature. And I don't care how much money you have, I don't care who you are dating or with, men like attention, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. So we just never know what really went on. That's why when people judging him the way they did, I said you don't really know. We don't really know the backstory to be judging this man. But what's your feelings on all of this, Jacob?
Well, I'm gonna say that men cheat, man, and from small towns, I've seen it myself, man. I just I just think that like you said, easy access, and like you say, it can be a time or place where the conversation ain't intended, for them to cheat, but the conversation the trackable conversation with a young lady. They actually kind of know each other, uh, and internally they might have already wanted to holler at each other, but these two people don't know that, and so here's that opportunity. Here's the opportunity, and then a lot of men, man, they may have a wife, but a lot. Listen, man, listen. I heard men tell me all the time, man. I was like, man, yeah, I stepped in on my wife. I got, I got, I got 4 outside kids on my wife, but I love my wife very much. And I said, yeah. They like, what do you mean, yeah? I was like, yeah. I was like, man, but hey, man, man, but you done gave your penis out to the whole community, but you say you still love her? I was like, as my homegirl said, I don't want no community penis. I said, shit. In this day and age, whether it happened before you or happen with you, you get some of the community PI. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I just think it happened, man. But me myself, I don't think they're smart. If you cheat in a town that hold anywhere from 7,000 to 20,000 people, you're not smart at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're not smart at all. I mean, I don't really condone cheating. You know what I mean? That's not my thing, bro. If I
Mm-hmm.
just feel like if man, listen, I
Yeah.
I just I just like that comes with a lot of extracurricular activity and a lot of turmoil and arguing and arguing and you arguing and nah, man, I just I'm not a I have a low tolerance for bullshit, and I think arguments most of them are bullshit.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
You
So,
know, so that right there, man. Bro, that right, dog, man. I didn't seen chicks, that find out who a dude cheating with, man, and I done seen her. I done seen her walk up and spit in the chick face. You know what I mean? Like, man, like I was always told when somebody spit in your face, man, that's like assault, man. It's like they're trying to kill you. So
It is considered assault. I mean, you go to jail for that. It's considered assault, and in most states, I think it's considered assault when somebody spit on you or whatever. Because that's the most disgusting thing you could do to somebody. You know what I mean?
but I can't. That's saying that I do not want this person on earth. Like spitting on me is like saying if I had some in my hands, I would definitely kill you.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
yeah, for real, bro. Like, so we ain't doing.
Because I remember it's funny you say that because I was listening to Bimmy, Miss Dale brother, and whatever he was talking about back in the day when he was drug dealing with Supreme and them. He was dating this chick and he was like he went to the crib and she had some dude up in the crib and he was like, man, who up in the crib? And then he was like, we got a special guest coming on today. Yeah, hold on, let's see if we can get it in. But it's not connected. Maybe I think not connected. But he was saying basically like he like, look, I'm gonna go around the corner when I come back. She better be gone. He better be gone. Tomorrow. Then when she come downstairs, he like, what's up with that? And she was like, well, marry me, or whatever. And he was like, what? He spit in her face and drove off. He was like, marry you? You know how to do it up in the crib? Talking about, I know. Talking about, she up there watching TV. Talking about, now keep in mind, TV in her bedroom. So why you got some dude in the house? I guess they've been dating for a minute. So like, why you got a dude up in the crib watching? Talking about you can watching TV, but the only TV you got in your own whole house is in your bedroom. He like, man. He said, I know I was wrong. He said, but when you're young like that, from the streets, you don't think. You know what I'm saying? You don't be thinking. You know what I'm saying? You just, you react or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got, I guess, trying to get in behind the scenes. I'm not sure. She said, or whatever. Let me see. I don't know why it's not. I don't know why it's not coming up. Having technical difficulties on that. Trying to get her in. But yeah. So maybe she can try to see what we can do to get her in or whatever. Keep working on that. It says device is not connected.
Well, that's on her end, not your end, bro.
Yeah, it must be her internet.
Yeah. So,
She need
but
better.
that can really get people hurt, though, man. Not in small towns, just in any town, bro. Because people are emotional about their emotions, and so it's been a lot of cases, man, where you have that passion crime, and the person just have to go, to see some counseling. They don't even go to prison. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Because it's the crime of passion. Like they had no recollection of what's going on or what they did. They black out, and that's got to be a dangerous type of love that you love somebody that much that you can black out and you can kill them and you not remembering nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. It's one of those things where it just can cause a lot. It can be very dangerous in those situations. I mean, like you said, it's not one of those things of condoning cheating or condemning cheating. It's just one of those things when you talk about these type of situations. Whenever you, especially when you cheat in small towns and you dealing with, you dealing with somebody like, a man might be dating somebody's cousin. He might be messing with, like, I've seen it, like, boy, I've seen it, boy, like, like I've seen it where people done dated. I've seen people they cheated with their own family members, like cousins, and you know what I'm saying, or stepsisters, and I had a homeboy, man. He got one of his cousins pregnant like a couple of times, and he was telling me about it like it was like normal. Like, yeah, bro, I'm dating da 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 da, this, that, and the third, and then you know what I'm saying. He was married, like he was married with like 2, 3 kids already on his own, but he was dating. He was messing with some other chick that he went to high school with, and he had kids with her and everything, and it got so bad that she started stalking him. Because and reason why I know this for a fact, I was at his crib one time, and we standing outside in the yard talking. And he was like, look, man, she done text me like 93 times in like the last 2 hours. And literally, he showed me the text, like where she texted him 93 times in like 2 hours, and then started circling the house and all kind of crazy stuff. You know
Man,
what I'm saying?
shut the front door, man.
Bro, I'm dead serious, man. I'm dead serious. Like it was. That's how crazy it was. Where you know, That's how crazy it was. Where he was, and I was like, I'm looking at him like, and I think one of his kids actually in that whole thing of when you date a family members, your kids can come out, mentally, um, retarded or mentally,
Right.
basically, whatever, because some
Hmm.
people get mad when you say retarded, but I'm trying to use a better word, but people know what I mean. I don't mean it in a disrespectful way because that's really the terminology. Or we change every terminology, every word for something different. But anyway, I think when his kids came out like that, what I'm saying, that he had with her or whatever. But I was like, what? That's crazy. But you know what I'm saying? But you see that. That's like Baby Boy when Baby Boy almost slept with a girl that his girl was working with. You know what I'm saying? Those things happen in small towns because it's impossible to live in a small town and not have people not be connected in some kind of way. Like, you know what I mean? Do you mess with the girl at the church? Like if I'm in a big city, I can mess with somebody on the other side of town and you have no idea who that person is. But in the small towns, we might go to church with that person. I might see that person at the grocery store every time I go in, the barber shop, all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? There she
Yeah.
go. There she go. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Sorry.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are
Oh,
you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm blessed. That's all I can say.
that's good. That's good. That's good. So Jacob introduced this young lady, and we'll get started.
Welcome to the 95 South Podcast. This morning we are live with Sujen Speaks, Atlanta, Georgia, and she does some of everything when it comes to being a creative person, when it comes to being a professional consultant, creative brander, TV producer, content writer, some of everything. So welcome, welcome.
Thank you. I'm so happy that you invited me. I do appreciate it very much. And I'm so proud of you, Mr. Jacob. You have come
Thank
a
you so much.
long way. A
I
long
have. I
way.
have.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And so we just want to get started into you. So for the people at home in the audience, who is Sujin Speaks?
Who is Sujen Speaks? Sujen Speaks is just an ambitious woman, just like every other woman, except I don't know about anyone else, but I try to put my actions to my words. If I say I'm going to do something, Jacob, I do it.
Yeah.
Okay. And no one has been hearing me. They just been seeing my work for years, many, many years, but they don't know who I am. So I developed Sujen Speaks because I want them to know who I am now. Here I am, everyone. I'm not hiding behind the curtains anymore. I've developed many brands that you have seen throughout the years through Facebook, through Instagram, and I am the one creating them. Right, Jacob?
Yes, you are. I was there. I was there with you for many, many, many
Many,
hours.
many years.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So when I sing the Sujin Speaks, I say, well, this is needed. This is needed for people to understand how branding works, how marketing works, and how um you must have a business coach or a business consultant to help you, especially when you're trying to
Yeah.
get into a business, when you're just creating an LLC. You want to have somebody that's been you navigating in that business for years to really coach you, so you don't make the mistakes that everybody else makes. You know what I mean?
Right,
So,
right.
so,
So
so
with Sujen Speaks,
mhm.
I've created, I think we're too much online all the time. Now, this virtual is good, but the too much online of I like this, I like that, and a little comment here and there, and never meeting each other. And I can vouch for you, Mr. Jacob. I've known you for
You're right,
years. I've never met you. God bless
right,
you.
right.
But guess what? I want to meet these people. I want to meet you guys. So I've
Hmm.
created Sujan Speaks business brunch seminars because I want to meet you. I want to know you. I want to encourage you. I want to uplift you. I want to bring
Hmm.
the right people to you that's going to help you in your business and your goals in your life. It is so many of us who are struggling, who have so much ambition, and we don't know the answers to everything. We don't. I don't. Okay. But all we can do is interact together so that we can learn from each other. Okay? I'm not a crab in the barrel, and nor are you.
Right,
I'm not a
right, right, right,
crab. And I
right.
want to come out of that barrel and I want to say, come on, brother, and come on, sister. Come to this brunch. Let's rejoice. Let's enjoy life. Let's talk about our needs. Let's talk about our successes. And let's celebrate together in person.
Right.
I know everybody can't do it, but for those who are in Atlanta, please follow me on Sujen Speaks. I have monthly brunch seminars all the time, and I just want you to just connect with me.
Well, Mr. Icon E, she is in Atlanta. You're in Atlanta, and so it's definitely be a good connection. When you're not on the road and stuff like that. But yeah, she definitely. I've seen her create a lot of brands and a lot of exclusive brands, and I feel like Atlanta, Georgia is missing out. You know what I mean? I just feel like they're missing out. Like because a lot of times when it comes to people creating brands, I don't think people truly understand the creation and the creative process behind building a brand from the
Right.
ground, building a brand from the grassroots. So, and I think that you are simply amazing when it comes to creating brands and just I just be looking, I'd be like, oh, she how she did this? Like what? I said, man, she a beast. What the what?
That's the name you
Like,
gave me.
yeah, she a beast, man. Like it makes no sense for somebody just to be that creative and it looks so great and the content is great. So I commend you. So I'm gonna turn it over to you and let you get your questions in with her because she's definitely phenomenal.
Okay, how you doing this morning?
Like I said, I'm blessed, honey. I
Mhm.
can't even complain about anything.
Yeah,
You
that's
know.
yeah, same here,
Yeah.
same here. So the question I have is, and I kind of tell this story all the time when I talk to people and we start talking business and how your circle and the people that you deal with and I always my understanding is always if you're the smartest person in the room, then you need to get a new room because you should never always be the smartest person always in the room when you trying to hide when you trying to elevate. So basically, well, one, who are the type of people, if you can name, I don't know if you can name in names of businesses or what types of people, walks of life you come across that kind of keep you like elevated as far as especially in the Atlanta area that you deal with on a business level. Who are those people or what are those type of people that you deal with to keep you elevated, to keep you going in your branding of businesses and things of that nature?
Well, to be honest with you, no one. No one. I lift myself up. I pray every day. I look upon myself being the better person each and every day that comes before me. I don't look upon anyone. I don't try to compete with anyone. I'm just being me. I'm an artist by trade. I was born an artist and I think like an artist. And everything that comes out of me is based on what I envision
Mm-hmm.
and what I believe in and what I believe everyone should see. If I see a beautiful person, a beautiful man or a beautiful woman, I think of an amazing concept to make them look good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm not trying to make myself look good, but maybe some people take it that way. I don't know. I can
Yeah.
give you a great example. I have produced the main course divas. I found four beautiful women. I love them to death. And I know that everyone loves to eat. So I said, well, let me have these women dine and eat food and showcase menus from different restaurants and different chefs. These are highlighting them, not anyone else. Not me, I should say.
Mhm. Right.
Okay. I also created just recently, and I'm working on the project, is the Black Stallions. I'm so proud of it. And I'm so excited about it because my brothers, You are black stallions. You are so powerful. And I do apologize to all the brothers watching today. I had a spiritual, I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional. I had a spiritual feeling this morning, and I said, we've been neglecting our brothers for many, many years. We love you guys. We love you. We do. We just don't know how to express it, and I'm going to find a way to express it. I am. So I do ask you to follow Black Stallions. I'm going to create a Black Stallions Awards for 2023, and whoever is here listening that can help me, you are more than welcome, because we have to honor our brothers, from the lawyers to the daggone warehouse workers. I don't care if you're a good father, you're a good worker, you're a good mentor, you are good in your community. Whatever you're doing, we want to acknowledge that, and we want to thank you. Yes.
And,
So yeah.
I'm glad you said
So,
that. And I would love to have those brothers on that you getting behind, because I appreciate you saying that, because I talk to Jacob about all this about all the time. Is that we as black men sometimes get lumped in like a bad cop. So basically, it's like if the good brothers that take care of their families and whatever, we get
Yeah.
lumped in with the guys that don't do right by their families, and it's like we all lumped in together as being bad men or bad fathers, and even that whole thing of, oh well, when you do take care of your family, that's what you're supposed to do. Yeah, that's what we're supposed to do, but at the same time, we should just get the same type of acknowledgement as as a mother does, especially when we going out there working just as hard. We
Yeah.
Because men, we're not going to ask for it. You know what I'm saying? We too prideful to say,
Yeah.
why we ain't getting them pats on the back, why you ain't telling me how great I am.
Right.
But and this is a word, this is a advice to women. If you got you a strong black man,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, leader in the home, husband, father, whatever it is, do things for that man, little things like, what I mean. I heard somebody say, let's just say you gave your man a bubble bath. He might not be no bubble bath dude, but he gonna get in that bath because you did it for him, because you walked in the house and you made that bubble bath for that man. So we just got the women got to understand that when you got a strong black man, and even with the kids, you know what I'm saying, acknowledge your father. You know what I'm saying? Don't wait till he dead and all of a sudden, oh man, my dad was strong. He was a great man. You hear that all the time.
Right.
But was you giving him his flowers when he was here? So
Right.
I really appreciate what you just said. I really do.
Yeah. I'm a single woman. I'm a single mom, and I know there's so many women who are single who are or very well off, but deep inside, okay, what woman is going to be happy by herself? Like, she needs a strong man by her side. But guess what? A strong man doesn't mean your body is strong. A strong man doesn't mean you got a lot of money, because those are the things that are not what I'm looking for in a man. What I'm looking for in a man is the value of what he has to give me or offer me or surround my life with. Okay. So there's different things that different women need in a man. And I want to highlight those things. I really do. I really admire wonderful couples that I see. I love it, love it, love it. I don't hate it, but some women take advantage of it and they don't understand what they have. I
Mm-hmm.
want you women to really understand that to have a man by your side is a value, it's a blessing. Take care of him, love him, cherish him, give him thanks every day, just like the Lord,
Yeah.
because without him, honestly, sometimes you are nothing. Sometimes you are nothing. I know we can do it ourselves, but we need him too. We need a king by our side. We are queens.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and that's true, and it's funny you said that when you say, the man, love your man, like you love God, and because that's what we were put on here to be an extension and to be a representative, the good man, or to be an extension and representative of God.
Yeah.
That's why He made us the leaders on this earth or whatever, because that's what we were put here to do. Now, a lot of us dropping the ball? Yes, we are. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, the ones that are doing their best to try to lead and be the best they can be, you know what I'm saying, they deserve their flowers.
They
But
do.
but anyway, I just business wise, what do you feel like? What's your biggest I could say challenges in the Atlanta area, as being especially being a black female in Atlanta? What's your biggest challenges as far as the business part of it and what you go through?
My biggest challenge is getting to places on time because Atlanta is kind of weird. It's like a octopus. Okay, the body of the octopus has legs, and if you are outside on those legs to get into the body, you're going to take forever to get there. So when people are having events, it's hard for you to manage your everyday life, your time to get to those places. Like me, I want to go to these places all the time, but I can't sometimes because time will not allow me, you
Hmm.
know.
Okay.
Um, a lot of times, entrepreneurs would know other entrepreneurs or just people in general, and they'll invite them and they'll think that they're not supporting them. We want to support you. It's just not working with our time or
Hmm.
our pockets
Yeah, 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 yeah.
or our pockets.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and
So I
that's
don't, yeah, entrepreneurs get offended too much. I mean, give yourself ample time to promote your events and remind people because they're not going to remember everything that you
hmm
post. And that's where you fail.
And it's
Marketing
fun.
is the key.
Hmm.
Marketing, you have to do mobile marketing. I always push that. I don't care if you're going to get tired of me texting you. I'm going to keep texting you because I need you to remember.
Now when you
That's
say
what a
now when
lot
you
of
say
companies do. But if you don't want to be a part of it, hey, so unsubscribe and I won't text you no more.
now when you say mobile marketing, explain to people that may not understand what that
Okay.
means in your world.
So we have many, many apps, such as I'm not advertising, but Text Now, for instance. If you Google any type of text marketing, text mobile campaigning, what you do is you upload all your contacts from your phone or your database, and you set a campaign, just like an email campaign, where you just say, "Hey, I'm having a party at 6 o'clock tomorrow. Tickets are this much. I want you to go with the link." You want to keep pushing that link at least twice a week so that people can remember. It's about memory. Marketing is repetitive information to embed into your memory.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So if I tell you one time, yeah, some people might remember if they're very interested, but I might be very interested and remember, but then something might happen that day and I forgot. I
Yeah.
just missed the all white party. I'm so mad,
Mm-mm.
you
Mm.
know,
Mm.
and I wanted to network with these people, but I missed it.
Yeah.
And you know why I missed it? Because I didn't get a reminder.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm.
So I think the key in any type of business, any business, is repetitive information, marketing, and when you meet these people, the other thing that we fail is follow-ups. I've tried so hard to keep following up with people that I really want to connect with again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, reminding yourself, say, "Hey, we met the other day. How you doing? Let's meet. Let's talk. When are you available?" You know what I'm saying? Those things are very, very important to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Now I'm gonna give it over back to my brother Jacob, but I was gonna say this is because what's funny is that, and we should take this from big brands. Coca-Cola been around for probably 100 over 100 years, and they still have commercials on TV every day.
Right,
You
repetitive.
know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? They could probably stop today and still make a lot of money because people at this point know Coca-Cola. It's embedded in your brain. But their commercials come on TV every single day. Their billboards is up everywhere. So you might be thinking, man, I want something to drink. Ooh, Coca-Cola. That sounds good right now. Just because you seen the billboard or you hear the commercial on the radio, you see it on TV. But
Right.
yeah, Jacob, I'm gonna let you take it back over, brother.
And so I just want to piggyback on what she said about black men, and I definitely appreciate
Ah,
that.
yes,
And uh, it's definitely true with
yes,
what you're saying, and and as you say, Icon, um, society celebrates women, and I'm glad they do because we could never replace a woman. You know what I mean? She is she is the mother of the earth, but at the same time, how many sales or discount things do you see for Father's Day versus Woman's Day versus Mother's Day? Excuse me. You know, it's not the same. And so, with her highlighting, the black man and telling us how much she loves us, and with me seeing her getting emotional, that's like very touching. Because
yeah,
most people won't put it out there, or most people don't even think about how we are feeling, and so
right.
they would never understand the internal battles that the black man have. And so I can commend you for doing that. I appreciate you doing that. And
Mhm.
as they say, she the real deal Holyfield, for real, for real.
I love
So
you, Jacob.
uh, love you too. So no doubt. So with that being said, this branding, this marketing, this content writing, the email blast, the mobile texting, um, what you said especially. My
That's the
dad
key.
would not. You can call his phone. He'll tell you that we can meet this time. But as far as calling him and doing a conference call, nada. Conference with who? No, we can talk face to face. You know what I mean? But he just didn't believe in, like, he just ain't believing that. He just feel like you should look a person in their eyes. You should see the sincerity before you do business with them. And what you said is right. Like, I mean, me and I can't talk about this all the time. The digital era is great. But if you're not gonna mix the analog era and with the digital era, we gonna miss out on something. And so, you as a brander, a TV producer, and a global marketer, what are your take? What is your take on that?
As for me,
Yes.
okay, so it all boils down to energy and synergy. You know, we like I connect with people from all over the world, and
Mm-hmm.
it's all about the energy that I give them on the phone, on a visual Zoom, on a chat. Um, we feel each other's energy. We feel each other's sincerity, you know. Um, a lot of times, if you actually talk to someone versus texting them, it's a different message. You receive it differently. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm just going to say that because that's really how it is. I connect with people more when I talk to them versus all these posts that I put out on social media. Majority of the time they don't even see it because I'm gonna call it out. Facebook, Instagram, they all block you. They shadow ban people when you advertising too much. They won't show you a lot of people all your stuff. Oh no! And
No.
how do you know? Hashtag your company name.
Mm.
Yeah.
Ask someone else to hashtag your name and see if they see you.
Mm-hmm.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't even see you. You have your best friends don't even see your post because they're being blocked. Your stuff is being blocked.
Yeah.
Mm.
You're right.
So the best way is to post, yes, but also follow up, also call. Yes, that's
Okay.
important. I have the best conversations with people I don't even know. I mean, I'm I have to tap myself on the back sometimes because I'm like, wow, it was that easy. Yes, it was that easy. Just calling someone, telling them how you appreciate their brand, their work, their photo, their artistry, and they're like so attached to you at that point because they feel valued, right? So globally, it doesn't matter where you are. If you're sending a message, it's how you send that message to that person when you're marketing something. If you're having an event, you want to say, hey, I want you to come. You can do it through text. You can do it through social media posts. You're not going to affect them as much as if you had called them.
Right,
And
right,
it's even better when you meet them.
right. So I would say this, with you, um, when a person talk, you know, they see everything you do, or they see it over social media, they be like, oh, she dope. But when you can pique someone's intellectual process and during a conversation, you can have their intellect like boom, 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 boom. What's she been at? Like, let me cut this TV down. Let me close this door because this is something I need to hear. This is something I need to listen to. And it's like when they hang up, it's like, wow, a breath of fresh air. Because a lot of people don't pique people intellect anymore. They say what they say, but they don't dig deep to see what that person has to offer them and how they can be of service to that person as well. So how can we we match these two together and be a driven force? And so when you can pull that intellectual presence out of people and when you can pique their interest on a way where they can take that back to their company, back to their employees, that's just a whole different level. And that's what you do a lot of times.
Well, everyone just have to come correct. They gotta be real.
Mm-hmm.
Like you
Mm-hmm.
always say, for real, for real. You
Mm-hmm.
gotta be for real when you approach
Mm-hmm.
somebody.
Right, right, right.
Everyone has their reasons for contacting people. Um, I can't relate to that because a lot of the times I'm more sincere than anything. But
Mm-hmm.
I use your discernment when you connect with people. Don't be too naive about anything when people approach you for
Right.
business. Kind of vet them. That's very important. Vet them a little bit. I would
Mm-hmm.
honestly say, and I don't want this to be long. I mean, I got caught up with something where I jumped the gun and I met the person, but after I left them, I realized it was not good. It was a scam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So just be careful. Don't meet everybody in person, especially at their homes. Always meet them in public. You
Right.
know, just be careful when you're networking
And
and meeting people for any type of business connections. People will say there's something and they're not. Okay. And the only way you can vet them is searching their history, looking at what they've done, look where they are. See, I mean, not necessarily because I don't have a website for one of my businesses, but that doesn't mean I'm not legit. Okay. And
right.
that's why I hashtag my name because if you hashtag Sujen, you're going to see everything Sujen does.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I got a lot of things going on, but guess what? I've created them.
Yeah.
I created them.
Right.
Okay. I'm a hustler, grand hustler.
You better believe that.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, you better believe
and
that.
plus I'm Jamaican. You wouldn't know I'm Jamaican, but I'm
Uh-oh.
Jamaican. You
Oh no,
understand?
Yeah,
you
So
can
you
put
yeah.
know
that
them
Hey,
stereotype out
Jamaican
there now. You can put that
people,
stereotype
them
out there.
love to have enough business and enough stuff going on with them life. So I'm in a ramp with nothing that I create. You
Yeah,
understand?
you can
yeah,
put that
So
it'll,
stereotype out there.
Jacob now.
yeah,
I'm a
it'll definitely
chameleon,
come out.
guys. I'm a
Yeah,
chameleon. So don't take I'm
yeah,
corporate, I'm urban, I'm corporate, right? Right, Jacob? You
you
know
are.
every aspect of me.
Yeah.
But when it comes to my brand, I put it out the right way. And I expect everyone to do the same.
Yeah. One
Yeah,
thing
It's
I say, about what I see out of you is that you come off genuine and you come off real. I hate when I'm dealing with somebody in a business aspect and they come off too salesy. And you know what I mean, it's a certain level of enthusiasm you can have, but when it comes off like I'm like, I don't know if you're trying to sell me something or we at a basketball game where you a cheerleader right now. Like what we doing? Like when you come off too salesy, it just it to me it just is me. It's my opinion. It just it turns me off. I disconnect immediately because I feel like all of a sudden, oh man, this about to be some BS here. And this ain't, you know what I mean? When you come off too salesy, all excited about, I'm like, come on now. You know what I mean? Especially when it's like another business. Like it's just different. It's different if it's your business. Like this is your business. When people like overexcited about selling a car or whatever they doing, like this ain't even your company. You just way too excited to me. Like I don't, and you just all up on me, and I'm just you know what I mean? Even over the phone, you could just come off like and I'm just like, oh okay, So I think it's a balance to it. You know what I mean? A balance away, but I think it's more like you being genuine. You know what I'm saying? You want to be excited and you want to make the person feel like, this is something that you may want me to get involved in, or you might want this product or this service. But I think it's more about the person being genuine. You know what I'm saying? That's, me.
Correct. Correct. My biggest thing is that it's not about you, it's about your brand. So a lot of people, they like to throw themselves in the picture like, hey, look at me. But just because I see you don't mean I need to advertise or react to whatever you're doing. I personally like to just throw out my brand. And if you see all my posts, I'm not always in it.
No.
I'm just in the Sujen
No.
Speaks because I am the brand for Sujen Speaks.
Right. Right.
But if it's a magazine I'm doing, if it's a show I'm doing, if it's an event I'm doing, I'm not necessarily in the picture. It's not about me, it's about the brand. You
Right.
see? So we have to learn how to separate those things. You look at corporate America, you look at these big companies. Do you see the CEO be like, yo, what's up? You don't see that.
Yeah,
You don't see that.
you're right.
So it's just really how you promote yourself. I don't want to come off cheap. So because I don't want to come off cheap, a lot of times I try to do it more of a corporate style. And I would say my style of branding and advertising is not urban. It's very corporate stylish.
Okay.
I would define my branding.
Yeah. Well, I hate to cut you off, but we are on a time streak because
Okay.
this will be on television out in Toronto, Canada, and we got like 10 other markets that out there that they will see Sujen Speaks. So
Thank
hopefully
you.
this will have a big impact on your brand and your company, and that's what me and Jacob is here for, is to be able to highlight people's companies, highlight people's brands, especially people. And this is no slight to nobody, especially people of our background and who
Right.
we are and whatever and color and everything, because we don't have enough platforms that really highlight us. So what I want to do is allow you to be able to give everybody your social medias. If it's anybody particular you want to shout them out. But your social medias and things of that nature.
Okay. Well, again, everybody, thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me. I am Sujen Speaks. And just to remind you, Sujen came from my full name, Susanna Jennings. Nobody knows that. But Sujen Speaks can be found on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Okay. Most of the brands that I create are on those four platforms, and also Twitter, but I'm not really on Twitter. But if you want to follow me, if you want to get to know me, the best way to do it is to follow and then direct message me. Okay. And I will respond. So everything is online. My number's online, my phone, my emails, everything. So I'm not hiding from anyone. So I look forward to meeting you all. Thank you so much for your time. God bless you.
God bless you too. You have a blessed and wonderful rest of your weekend. And basically, like they say in business, we'll see you at the top.
Okay. Thank you so much. I'm there.
All right.
Jacob, I love you.
We got the good vibe, got the 1942 pouring in my cup. In the session, real loud, good gas, yeah, you know we about to roll it up. Bring the bottles to the session, big tap, go ahead and just live it up. Get lit one night after that.